Hi,
Hello.
good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's 10 o'clock, 8 to 10 focus.
Yeah. Yeah, welcome. I hope you're having a good Saturday morning so far. So, my name is Anika, and I have with me here Sean. So, I can see that nobody's here yet, but whenever you join us, I would love for you to tell us about just say hi and tell us your name, where you're from, where you're at the moment. So, I'm going to write down just a few questions. Um, and in the meantime, maybe we can introduce ourselves. So,
Sure.
Sean, can we start with you?
Yeah, so hi, everyone. My name is Sean. I am 21 years old. I come from Ireland. I have been living and teaching here in Milan since September.
Great. And my name is Anika. I'm also a teacher at Myes, like Sean. I'm from Bangladesh originally, and I have been living in Italy for around 6 years now.
Mm,
Oh, I can see some people joining us. Hello.
yeah.
Say hi and please introduce yourselves.
Mm. Yeah, these are always much better with lots of participation, aren't they?
Yes, we always have a lot of fun with you guys, don't we?
Yeah, miss all the students.
Oh, yes. So, while you guys are writing, let's introduce the topic of today. We're going to talk about it's about time. So, what does it mean? It's about time. When do we say that, Sean?
Well, it's a phrase that we would say if we have been waiting for something and we've been expecting it sooner or earlier than it arrives. So if someone maybe is late to meet me, I would say, "Oh, you're here. It's about time."
Oh, it reminds me kind of some dramatic scenes in movies. It's about
Yeah,
time, like a doctor
yeah.
says something like that.
Yeah, definitely. In the nick of time. Yeah, the last possible moment. Mm.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, hi, Anna. Nice to see you here. You're from Palermo. Great. Have you been in Palermo, Sean?
Yeah, I went in December for our convention. I think you missed it, didn't you? You were sick. But
Yeah, I was sick at the time.
yeah, no, it's definitely a city worth visiting. Very, very beautiful, very particular. I was very impressed, but I was just one night. I was in Palermo.
Cool.
Hmm.
Okay. Is what we're going to talk about today. In this focus activity, we're going to talk about expressions of time, describing time management, and cultural attitudes about time. Okay. So let's get started. So
Hmm.
here we have some about time and time in different cultures that we're going to try our best to guess. So those of you who are watching, if you know the answers to this or if you can guess something without Googling them, please type them up and tell us what you think. So, oh, I think it's for you, Sean. Anna says you have come to
Oh
Palermo. It's a
yeah,
fantastic city. Oh, you have to
yeah.
come to Palermo. Okay.
Yeah, I would love to visit again, definitely. There's much more to see than I saw, I think. Yeah. And I
Yeah.
think certainly maybe in the south of Italy they have a particular relationship with time, so it'll be interesting to hear about that from Anna.
Cool. So
Mhm.
these are the statements we're going to discuss. So do you want to read the slides, Sean, if you don't mind?
Sure. So time is precious. The first one, in which country is it considered polite to arrive 10 to 30 minutes early for a meeting? Number two, in which two cultures is being late considered the norm? Number three, in which country are trains considered late if they are running behind by more than 59 seconds? In which country are trains sometimes late by hours or even a day? And which country suffers from time sickness, obsessed with being on time and how much time is left in the day, a week, a year, or a lifetime?
Okay.
Mhm.
So Anna, if you know the answers or whatever you think, tell us, and also the other viewers.
Yeah.
So interesting. The first one says in which country is it considered polite to arrive 10 to 30 minutes early? Oh, hi Emma from Rome. Nice to see you here.
Mm. Yeah.
Hmm. So
Mhm.
for me, a lot of countries come to my mind. Japan is
Mhm.
probably first in the list.
Really? They're very on time in Japan.
Oh yes, because I used to work with some Japanese people when I was in Malaysia, and they were very punctual.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
interesting.
But
Certainly I would think about Northern Europeans like Germans or Scandinavians. I'm not sure. I don't really know.
mm, okay, so punctual is a word that means when people are on time, always on time.
Mm.
Are you always punctual, Sean?
I am actually. I'm a very punctual person, and I do tend to arrive early for most things. It's a habit that I have. I'm not sure why, but yeah, I'm very punctual.
Very nice. Ooh, Anna here says, I reckon in Switzerland,
Mm.
they're famous for their punctuality.
Yeah, it's a great suggestion.
Okay, so let's reveal the answer at this point. It's
Mm,
China.
really
Oh, hey.
interesting.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised because I thought it would have been like Japan or something. Oh, Anna also agrees with you, Sean. She says probably in Germany. I agree with Sean. Yeah. I think there are
Yeah,
many countries who consider it polite to arrive earlier, I guess.
yeah,
I tend to
definitely.
arrive like 5 minutes earlier.
Hmm. Good, yeah. I think it's better than being late, no?
Yes.
Um,
I mean, 30 minutes could be a bit too early.
yeah, definitely. I mean, for me, if I am sometimes 30 minutes early, but I tend to
Mhm.
I don't, show up at that time. I go get a coffee or I walk around or something. But I like to be ready early,
Yeah,
definitely always. Mm.
sure, sure. Also depends on what you're waiting for. I mean, if it's an interview, job interview, you surely want to be early. Yeah.
Definitely, very bad impression. Mm.
So, what about you guys? Do you like to arrive early for a meeting or meeting with a friend or something like that?
Mhm.
Let us know. Two says in which culture? Okay, Anna says in Italy, definitely.
Mm.
Okay, being late is the norm. Interesting. Any other answers? It's always interesting to know what you guys think. What do you think, Sean?
Yeah, I think Anna is correct. Definitely Italy and just
Hmm.
kind of Southern Europe generally, they're much more relaxed about time. But I
Hmm.
think generally I've observed that any country where it's hot, people are more relaxed. They tend to be later. I don't know if it's just a stereotype. What do you think?
You know what? You might be right. Yeah, it's yeah, but then could be a stereotype as well, but then possibly a connection there. I can think of many countries in Asia as well, um, who
Mhm.
consider being late the norm. My country as well. I mean, I think I'm a little different, but a lot of people would consider being late the norm. Yeah, I guess
Interesting.
I'm kind of an exception. Probably
Hmm.
been influenced by places I've lived. Okay, so other answers, Emma. So a lot of people seem to think it's Italy, Mediterranean. Okay, so
Hmm.
let's reveal the answer at this point. And cultures. Oh, Arab. Okay,
Okay.
interesting.
Didn't know that.
Yeah. All right. So, what do you guys think about number three?
Mm. Definitely
So,
not in Italy, no.
uh, yeah, probably not. I think the Italo trains, those really high speed ones,
Hmm.
are quite good. But 59
Yeah, yeah.
seconds, it's just, I think that's a bit
No,
too much.
it's nothing at all. Certainly
Yeah,
not in Ireland either.
sure.
Hmm.
Okay, so my guess is Japan. If anything is like very punctual or very precise, I always consider that Japan. So, what do you guys think? Um,
Yeah.
Anna thinks it's Japan as well. What would you guess, Sean?
I don't know about Japan personally, but the one I would know is Germany. When I was in Germany,
Mm-hmm.
public transport was on time. There was always telling you how many seconds before it arrived, and it was always there.
Ooh. Mm-hmm.
I think, yeah, Northern Europe or possibly Japan, I'm not sure.
Hmm. Okay. So let's reveal the answer at this point.
Mm.
Is Japan. Yes, right, Anna. So let's try the next one. In which country are trains sometimes late by hour or even a day? Goodness, could be my country, which is Bangladesh.
Really? A day? I mean,
I have
surely
never taken a train there, but that's my guess.
it's a whole other train if it's a day late. No, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, from one extreme to the other.
I
Emma says
know.
Italy, which I think is a bit unfair. I don't think a day.
I don't
I
think
mean,
so. Yeah, they. Hmm.
yeah.
No,
I-
Sicily, really.
yeah. I know certainly
Yeah.
in Milan, maybe the transport is more efficient than other parts in Italy. When I was in Rome,
Hmm.
the buses were,
Hmm.
I could be waiting a half an hour for the bus to arrive, which was too much in my opinion. But
Oh.
mm,
Hmm. Have you lived in Rome, Sean, or what, were you
no,
visiting?
I was just visiting one summer. I spent a few weeks there, and the bus was
Hmm.
a big problem, but a beautiful city nevertheless.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. So the answer is
Mm.
India. I was close.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, now, so let's go for the last one. So whoever's watching, what do you think? Which country suffers from time sickness, obsessed with being on time, and how much time is left on the day, week, year, lifetime? I would say it's me, but it's not a country.
Really? Yeah, I don't really think about time. Even if I'm always early, I don't like to really stress too much about how much time is left in the day or the week. I just take things as they come. Yeah. Why do you think about it
Oh,
all the
nice.
time?
I don't know. I think it became a habit. Maybe because at the beginning when I started working, I was anxious about finishing my tasks on time, and over there was like really strict. So I think it turned into a habit after a while, and I just kept on doing it. But I think it's better to relax a little bit.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah. Oh, so Emma agrees with you here. So yes, Rome is a real problem.
Yeah.
Okay. Beautiful city though.
Did you live in Rome?
Oh yes, I did.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I think the question was meant for Emma.
Oh no, for you. I wanted to know, do you
Oh
live
yeah.
in
Oh
Rome?
yes, I have lived in Rome for about 2 years actually.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
was nice, but then yes, if you talk about the transport, it could be a bit late sometimes.
Mhm.
So, which country do you guys think suffers from time sickness? So, would you go for Germany again, Sean?
Um, no, I would maybe I'm going to say the UK because certainly in terms of I don't know, the culture of politeness about being early, there's a lot of emphasis on time and time spent
Mm.
and time management, in my opinion, with British people.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Okay. So, Emma says I don't understand five. So without the, I don't understand five. So five means that in which country are people obsessed with being on time? They just want to be on time all the time.
Yeah.
So, if, for example, so time sickness is not like a common expression, it's just a way of explaining things here. So, if, for example, if I am obsessed with time, I constantly check the time, I think about, oh, how much time do I have left? So, which country is like that?
Mhm.
Oh, hi, Antonio. He says, I don't know. Probably you missed a word. I don't know why. If I type messages from my PC, you can't read it.
Okay.
Well, we can read this one. And so, unfortunately, we have a problem with the main means of transport, I think,
Mm.
in the south of Italy. So, the correct form is means of transport. Okay. Um, but Anna says, but there are hundreds of good reasons to visit our fabulous land. Yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
I would agree.
Okay. So, I think in this answer here, so the USA. Oh, really? I didn't. Good to
Mm.
know. Did you know that, Sean?
No, I've never lived in America, and certainly I know that they're very obsessed with being young and so how much time they have left in their lives. I know that much about
Mm,
Americans, but I didn't know about
mm,
certainly in terms of day to day.
I see. Okay. So let's move on to our next task here. We're going to talk about some vocabulary. Um, let's talk about the first expression here, in the nick of time. So, Sean, what does it mean in the nick of time?
Yeah, at the last possible moment, similar to It's About Time that we saw at the beginning. So yeah, in the nick of time, let's say that you had a job interview and maybe the bus or the train has not arrived and you're very anxious, but in the last moment that it needs to arrive for you to be on time to the interview, it arrives. You could say the bus was there in the nick of time at the last possible moment.
I like this expression a lot.
Mm, yeah.
Okay. So here's a list of expressions, and you guys have to match them together, the left with the right. So the expressions are the other day, just now, every now and then, for the time being, from now on. And on the right hand side behind, for now, a few days ago, from this point forward a little time ago. Okay, so we're going to give you some time to match them. If you're not sure about one of them, don't worry, you can go to the next one. And there is sometimes a delay between when you write or you type your answers and when we receive them. So just write them up, keep them coming.
Yeah.
Oh, Emma says the other day, a few days ago. Great. And I think she's right. A few days ago. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So the other day. So let's practice this. The other day, for example, the other day I went to the supermarket.
It's the only
There's
thing you
not much
can
else
do.
you can
Yeah. The only possible example. Yeah.
Oh, yes. Hmm. Can you think of anything else, you guys? So the viewers or Sean, something that you did the other day.
Yeah, I mean, you could talk about what was in the news the other day. You know, the other
Mm-mm.
day we learned Prince Charles had the coronavirus, something like this, a few days ago.
Mm-mm. Oh, yes. Number two. Great. Anna has an answer. A little time ago. Ah, just now. Very good. A little time ago. I'm gonna reveal the answer. Great. So, so what is something you guys did just now? So, for example, my window was open, so I just closed my window just now. Not just now. I wouldn't say just now. I think before the webinar started. Probably kind of just now.
Yeah, yeah,
So Emma, hmm,
I had a cup of coffee just now myself.
good point. Yes, you need that on Saturday mornings.
Yeah, definitely.
So Emma, just now is not for now. For now goes with something else. Another expression means for now. The other day I was at home like today. We believe you, Anna. All right. Every now and then. What does that mean, guys? Oops, I'm sorry. I was too fast. That's my fault.
Yeah, Emma got it on sometimes.
Oh, great. Every now and then is
Mm.
sometimes. So, what is something you guys do every now and then? So, Sean, can you tell me about something that you do every now and then?
Well, not at the moment, but before the quarantine, I went to the cinema every now and then. You could also say once in a while, couldn't you, for this?
Oh, yes, that's a nice expression. I'm going to write it down. Okay. Um, okay, my comment section is frozen, so it's taking a little time. Um,
Okay.
so every now and then, for me, I do some exercise every now and then. A little bit lazy these
Okay.
days. It's not as often I would do it.
But it's
And
difficult at the moment, isn't it?
it really is. Um, and now that we can't go out for jogging, so you have to do it at home. So you need the motivation.
Mm, yeah.
So for the time being, very good, Emma. So for the time being is for now. Great. I'll relate to it when we say, for the time being, we are home.
Yeah.
So Anna says, every now and then I like to wake up later than usual. Great. Another expression for waking up late would be to sleep in. I like to sleep in sometimes. Yeah, me too, actually. Do you like to sleep in, Sean, or are you an early bird?
No, I always like to sleep in. For me, it's every day if possible, not just every now and then.
Okay. So, um, we are going to move on to our next. Okay, so from now on is from this point onward. Very good, Emma. Um, so very often you may say this when you make a decision from now on, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Um, so from now on, I'm going to try and wake up early every day, which I tell myself very often, but sometimes don't keep my own promise. Hi, Claudia
Yeah.
from Rome. Nice to see you here. Okay. Now we're going to move on to our next task. Here we have some sentences with blanks, and you guys are going to have to fill them with the right expressions that we talked about before.
Hmm.
So, number one, do you wanna read the sentences if you don't mind?
Yeah, I'll read through them and you guys can fill the gaps. So, number one, Robert called something and said he's going to be 10 minutes late. Number two, I saw Julia something while I was at the supermarket. Three, I always get up early, but something I like to sleep late. Number four, something we have to turn off our mobile phones during class. And number five, I'm not happy with my job, but something it's fine.
Okay, so if you know the answers, put the number and the expression.
Mm.
Okay.
Would you use all of these expressions in conversation, Anika?
Um, I think I would. Probably every now and then is not something very common for me personally. Um,
Mhm.
but the others,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, they're definitely very, very common for talking about
Hmm.
time, I think. So it's important to know what someone's talking about if they say for the time being, you know.
Yeah. Oh, great. We have some answers. Anna, Emma, Claudia, very good. Robert Cole just now. And you're correct. Okay. What about number two? I saw Julia blank while I was at the supermarket. When was the last time you went to the supermarket, Sean?
I went on Monday. I've been going every Monday recently. When were you last at the supermarket?
I went there on, I think Sunday, Saturday or Sunday. I tend to go at the weekends. Oh,
Yeah.
great. Well done, guys. So the other day. Okay. Number three, I always get up early, but blank, I like to sleep late. I think this is something we were actually talking about.
Yeah, I
I think
think
it's Anna's
somebody said
statement.
this very statement. Yeah.
Yeah. Every now and then, very good, Emma. And then we have number 4. You have to turn off your mobile phones during class. So this means not forever, just for now.
Yeah.
I think also this is something I don't use that much for the time being.
Mm.
I normally say just for now or something like that. How about you, Sean?
Yeah, no, it is one I would say personally for the time being. I would think to say that.
Mm-mm. Oh, great. Emma says for the time being. And 5, my job, but blank, it's fine.
Mm.
Oh, I read the comment wrong. I'm sorry, Emma. It's not for the time being, but from now on, like Claudia said. And
Mm.
for the last one, of course, there's only one left, so I'm gonna reveal the answer. It's for the time being, it's fine. It's
Mm.
not forever. Okay. Any questions at this point? Please write it down in the comment box. We're gonna try to respond. So let's move to our next task here. Mm, okay, so there are different expressions here. Oops, sorry. So there are other expressions we have on the left that correspond to the ones that we discussed before. So 3 days ago. What is that? Which of these expressions is 3 days ago similar to? So if you guys know the answer, please type them up.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah,
So while we're
the thing
waiting,
about
maybe we go
yeah,
ahead, Sean.
I was just saying the thing about it is depending on the person, depending on their culture, they could say just now to mean anything, you know. Oh, I'll be there very
Mm-mm.
soon, and it doesn't mean the what expression literally means. So you have to be careful with the.
Oh yeah, you're right actually. I've had some friends tell me, "Oh, I'll be there in a minute." And then it was an hour later.
No.
Ooh, so oh, good, good. Just now, okay, 3 days ago would be the other day. Well done, Emma. 3 days ago, the other day. Yeah, I think that was probably the only way to say it. 5 minutes ago.
Mhm.
So great job. So Anna thinks 5 minutes ago is just now. Great, like a short time ago. Oh, Anna is on fire today. Great. So 3 sometimes. Anna thinks it is every now and then. Excellent. Number 4, it's okay for now. She thinks it's number 5, which is for the time being. Okay, and we have 5. A new change starting now would be, so she thinks it is from now on. Well done. Okay, so great. This was kind of a review of the day. Move on to the next task of today. Mm, Okay, so there is a little text here that we're going to read and observe some expressions. So this is about two co-workers, Doug and Jen. So Sean, do you want to read it for us, if you don't mind?
Sure thing. So Doug and Jen are co-workers. They had to give a presentation today at 10 o'clock. Doug had arrived a minute before. He spoke really quickly, still needed extra time. Jen, however, was very efficient and good at managing her time. She used her time well and spoke slowly. Jen stayed on topic and wasn't short on time. In fact, she had planned extra time to ask if anyone had any questions.
Hmm. Okay. Have some expressions here that we have to use to replace some of these expressions on the text. So maybe we can do the first one, and the others can think of the rest of the expressions. So, for example, talk a mile mm, can replace. Oh, I'm sorry. So we're gonna go from top to bottom. So it's not from the list. We're not gonna go in order of the list, but as we
Mhm.
go throughout the text. So just in time is replacing. Okay, I'm gonna go back a little bit. Just in time is replacing a minute before. So you guys, if you know what expressions can be replaced, write it down below.
Mhm.
Okay. So while we are waiting, we can discuss the meaning of these expressions. Oh, Anna is asking a question. What expression did you use? She's on fire. Oh, yeah. So it's a funny way of saying when saying that someone is very active, um, actively doing
Yeah.
something. So you were answering all the questions and correctly. So I said she's on fire. I'm gonna write that down. So in the meantime, maybe we can discuss the meaning of these. So what does it mean, Sean? Talk a mile a minute.
Yes, so if somebody talks a mile a minute, they speak very quickly. They say a lot very rapidly. So speaking too fast, I would say it's negative, really. Mhm.
Okay. Do you ever talk a mile a minute?
No, I think I have quite a slow voice. I don't tend to ever do that.
Right. And what does it mean to run out of time?
Yes, this is a very common one to say we're running out of time. It's that we don't have enough time. We're coming to the end of our time. Um,
Mm,
to run out is to finish. So to run out of time is to finish your time.
great.
Hmm.
And I think I've heard a lot of students make a mistake between run out and finish because sometimes you can't say finish. Run out is basically for something that has a limit. Um, for example, we finished time. You wouldn't say that. I would say we ran out of time because there was limited
Hmm.
amount of it. Okay. And what does it mean to waste time, Sean?
So to waste time is to not use your time well, to not make the most of your time, to not do the most you have with your time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So waste can also be used with money or anything else, really. Okay. So take your time. What does that mean, Sean?
That That means you would say take your time, go slowly, do something properly, don't go too fast, don't rush. To rush something is to go too quickly.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So some people can also say in an annoyed way, he's taking his sweet time.
Oh yeah, that's another implication. Yeah.
Yeah. And to save time would be kind of the opposite of waste time, wouldn't it, Sean?
Yeah, yeah, to do everything so you have extra time. Oh, I saved time by doing this early. So you're using your time well if you're saving time.
Mm-mm. Okay, so we have a lot of great answers. Emma says talk a mile a minute. It can replace speak really quickly. Well done. So let me. He talked a mile a minute and yet still needed extra time. Well done.
Mm,
And goes on and says need extra time would be run out of time. So
mm,
okay, so we're going in order. So I'm looking at where it is. Version. Okay, so ran out of time. Well done. Okay. And she goes on and says managing time would be save time. Um, oh, I'm sorry. She didn't waste time. So I can't remember what we had here, so I'm going to go back a little bit. Okay, so she used her time well, would be she didn't waste time.
mm.
Okay. But then I think Emma has a point when she says managing time kind of save time. It's not exactly the same, but someone who manages time well can save time. So I can see the logic behind it.
Mhm.
Um, okay, so she says she used her time well. Take your
Yeah,
time.
I don't think this is quite to take your time. It's not necessarily using well. It's just doing something more
Mm,
slowly. Probably you're doing it properly, you're doing it carefully, but sometimes taking your time is not the best for time management.
mm-mm. Yeah. So, do you take your time when you get ready to meet a friend, Sean?
It depends. If I'm running late, no. If I'm early, yes.
Mm,
I don't do things quickly in
mm-mm,
general, so I like to take my time, but I'm happy to not do that if it means being on time.
mm-mm. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So, here Emma says wasn't short on time, waste time. The meanings are quite different here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Um, short on time. What does that mean? So, when you're short on time, you don't have time. Okay. So we have 6 minutes left for this webinar. So we're short on time, we can say. So we cannot cover everything. Okay.
Mhm.
So waste time, as Sean told us before, is when you don't use your time well. Okay. So it's quite different here. So I'm going to reveal the next answer here. I think the next expression we can replace is um, wasn't short on time would be actually kind of the opposite of waste time. So it would be save time
Mm.
or, oh, take your time. I'm sorry. Um, so she wasn't She didn't have to rush. She could do it slowly. She didn't have shortage of time. Okay, so I'm gonna write down the meaning of it. Short on time is when you don't have enough time. Okay, takes a little time to post the comments.
Mm.
So in the meantime, let me just reveal the next. Mm, so save time can replace. Oops, I forgot the expression I had before, so I'm going to go back again a bit.
It was
Oh, these are
planned
really hard
extra
to like manage.
time, I think. Yeah, she had planned extra
Planned
time.
extra time. Yeah. Okay. So if you guys have any questions at this point, please let us know. We are going to try our best to answer in the next 4 minutes because we are running short of time, or running out
Mm.
of time.
You could say
Yeah.
running short on time as well, yeah. You can mix and match these a little bit.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. So we have a few questions here that we can discuss at the just as the last task. So who are you more like, Doug or Jen? So what about you, Sean? Are you like Doug or Jen?
Um, I'm a
And
little
also
bit,
viewers.
yeah, I'm a little bit of both, I think. I like to be on time, but sometimes for things like presentations, I don't actually prepare that
Mm-mm,
well. I'm not the most organized person. So I will be
mm-mm.
early on time, but I won't necessarily have thought everything through. Which one are you more like?
Well, I'm a big planner, so I like to plan things. Maybe not for everything, but if it's an important presentation or if I have too many things to do on the day, I like to make sure that I don't run short on time and um, have some time saved at the end, if possible. It's not always possible, but I try. So, what about you guys? Tell us about your attitude to time. And next question, if you were Jen, what time management tip would you give Doug? Or we could maybe talk about even any good advice to manage your time better. Ooh, Anna says, I'm definitely like Jen. I like to program everything or plan everything. Great.
Mhm.
Okay. So, Sean, have you ever, what is a good advice for time management that you have ever heard?
Um, I know some people, I don't do this. Some people
Mm-mm,
have a watch that they set 5 or 10 minutes early so
mm-mm,
that they go by that time. For me, that's a bit intense. I would not do that. But I think if maybe you have problems always being late, it mightn't
mm-mm.
be the worst idea.
Hmm. I know. But then if I know that it's I set the clock forward by myself, then I would know it and then I would be late on purpose.
Yeah, yeah.
I would do that to my sister's clock though, because she's always late.
Okay, you trick
I would
her.
be sneaky and I would trick her.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay. So we're almost out of time here. So I just want to say thank you guys for your participation
Mm.
um, and and your comments. And it was lovely having you guys.
Yeah. Yeah, have a nice weekend, everyone. I'll see you next time.
Mm-mm. Okay, bye.
Bye bye.